So let's go right into the Q&A, because I'm guessing there's probably some questions. I'm just gonna ask you that you try to keep them concise and make sure they're a question, because once in a while somebody stands up and has a thesis and it's not really a question. So with that in mind, let's open the floor. There's a fellow right back there.
Yeah, I actually have two questions.
Two questions.
Short one. First one, I was wondering a few months ago on eBay out of Montreal, somebody was selling Sylvia's full latex body.
That's John Dunning's son. Yeah.
Yes. I was wondering, is there anything else that remains of the film in terms of wardrobe or wardrobe? Has anybody kept it?
So question one is, does any of the cool prop wardrobe things remain?
I have the knife where they were playing. I have that. I want to sell it. It's worth nothing.
Does anyone here remember what that prop finally went for on eBay?
It didn't sell.
It didn't sell.
I think he wanted about $3,000 American for it, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I know the bidding was up past $2,000, which is pretty awesome. What's the second question?
The second question, I guess this is for the director, George. Have you seen the remake, and what did you think of it, if you have seen it or not?
Opinions on the remake?
Sorry. I haven't seen the remake yet. I was shooting a film at the time that it was out, and then I got really busy, and then now I'm going to have to wait till it goes into repertoire theaters. And I'm sort of debating whether I should see it on the DVD or I should see it on the big screen. So, not yet. I hear it's pretty good, you know, so wish them all the best. You know, hey, they helped our film come back to life again, and so I think, you know, how many Canadian films have been remade? You know, you could probably count them on one hand, so I'll take it as a compliment.
Right on. How about right there?
I'm just wondering if you could share some of the challenges of shooting in a real mine.
Shooting in a real mine, what was that like?
Well, let me start, and then we'll, well, one of the things was shooting in a real mine meant that we could not use the normal lighting equipment we would normally use. The first thing we had to do was, all the lights in there were either 25-watt safety bulbs and sealed, and the only movie lights we could use were 25-watt bulb Inkeys, as they call them, and they had to be sealed again. We had methane buildups every now and then, so which meant that we were asked to leave the mine, otherwise we'd die or blow up like Harry Warden did. We could only get, like, I think it was, I can't remember whether it was 9 or 12 people in the cage to go down. 12 people down into the cage. So and we've got a 90-person crew. So, and it would be a 10 to 12 minute ride down. So by the time your crew would get called for 8 o'clock in the morning, and the first set would go down, by the time your full crew was there, it took an hour. Then of course you'd have to send them up an hour before lunch so that they wouldn't go into overtime. But Bob will explain all that to you as he was tearing his hair out. That's why he still looks like that.
I had long,
he had long
hair at the beginning of that movie.
And a beard, you know. But, and then of course, you know, I mean, you're down there and it's oppressive. I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever been there, but when one of the, you know, like supervisor miners guys who were technical advisors said, you know, 2,000 feet up where we are right now, that's the ocean. So it's, and the ocean's like 300 feet deep there, you know, so you sort of wonder, oh, you know, and then when you hear a noise, it becomes quite scary. So, I mean, we live that. That's one of the reasons why we ended up, and Bob will probably go into more detail on that, but we ended up almost shooting like 24-hour days. You know?
It was 7 weeks. After the first week, we went into a 24-hour schedule. So we would go down for what was supposed to be a 10-hour shooting shift, which ended up at 14 hours. And then the second unit would come on and overlap because George had to be supervising on the second unit as well because he's the director. And so he literally did not sleep except for the times when he was literally asleep on the set directing. Action. and then he'd go back to sleep. So
Yeah. Oh, no, a lot of us, a lot of us got sick. I got pneumonia at one point, I think it was when we were in the shower.
The shower sequence, yeah.
The shower sequence, like I said, if we were the Children's Crusade because we were strong and young and
stupid.
And yeah, that too. But so we weren't going to lose. But yeah, it was really tough. I would never recommend anybody to doing that. Really.
But if you have children you don't like,
you don't have children. Yeah,
you have
exactly.
children you don't
try
like,
this at home.
Send them down to mine, make a movie.
Yeah.